Any of you experienced this? I call it the disproportionate claims. Now, these disproportionate claims can happen with mutualization, they can happen with depersonalization, they can happen with gaslighting, they can happen with all the other abuse tactics. But what abusive men are doing is they use this technique to disproportionately put a claim on you that your behavior was so much more egregious than what they did. Now, this could be something just really small most of the time, something that you said, probably true, but he's all butthurt by it. And so now all the abusive, the questions that you're asking him about, the things that he's been doing that you're trying to get some clarity on, now these are so small in comparison to that really truthful small thing that you said to him. Or what about when when you're asking him for some clarifying around a behavior, and now suddenly everything coming out of his mouth is not talking about behavior, it is talking about your character. And everything is a big attack around your character and what a horrible human being you are. Or say, for example, he's focusing on all the things that you might be doing and making these into really big, huge, monumental conditions with never, ever, ever addressing the behaviors that he has. So there's never going to be any way to have a conversation with someone who uses this disproportionate claim attack on you, because everything is so huge that happens to him externally. And he believes everything happens in his outside world. Well, that's the construct that he wants to create in his mind. That isn't the truth, and he knows it. But he wants this belief to be the one out there. And so then he will respond in really big ways. Now, covert abusers maybe have a little bit of a different approach, and maybe their reactions aren't as small, but the beliefs and the behaviors are still there. But they'll maybe do some other things like punishing or some sort of, backhanded retaliation. They might use some other smoke and mirror techniques. So it is not always clean across the board. But one thing that is very true that many of us deal with is when this isn't even a leveling the playing field. This is an exaggeration of facts, a rewriting of history, because these guys have to be the ones who are the injured victims. They will never own the fact that they've perpetrated unless they get into a very good correction program that is correcting the abuse and holding them accountable. That's what we do at Center for Peace. We call this out every day, and we teach accountability and we teach responsibility. We teach men how to be decent human beings. They actually know how to do it, but when they can get away with it, why bother? So if you're looking for a place for your partner to go to possibly get some help where he'll actually be held accountable and things will be called exactly what they are, come to Center for Peace. That's what we do.